Welcome to Budget Beauty, where I help you look flawless for less. Welcome back, and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Budget Beauty. We do everything beauty on a budget, and one of my favorite videos of all time, because I love makeup, is to film with brand new eyeshadow palettes, give you my first impression, a review, and do a tutorial, show you an eye look using the palette. And today I'm very excited. One of my all-time favorite indie brands, Adept Cosmetics, recently released this little beauty right here. This is the houseofel palette. This is inspired by Superman, and look at this palette. It is absolutely stunning. It is so summery. I love the bright, vibrant colors, 3 absolutely buttery soft, incredible mattes, and 6 shimmers. I'll go ahead and insert a close-up of the palette, both the outside and the inside, and I'll insert some swatches here for you as well, swatched on my arm. And then of course we are going to create a look with the palette. I have no idea which of these colors I want to use because every single one of them literally calls my name. You could see in the swatches that some of the shimmers are more like toppers. We have some multi-chromes. This one right here, I can actually see the shift. I don't think you can see that. To you, it looks pink, but when I look at it from the side, it's an olive green. This shade up here is also a multi-chrome. You see it as bright pink, and I see it as goldy. This is just such a beautiful palette. I cannot wait to put it on my eyes. I will go ahead and link the houseofel palette down in the description box for you. At the filming of this video, the palette is sold out, but it is coming back. So make sure you sign up for notifications if it's not already back by the time this video goes up. So if you're excited to see my first impression, a review, and a tutorial with the Adept Cosmetics houseofel, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and your bell notification is turned on because I upload lots and lots of new videos every single week. Check out the description box for the houseofel palette, all of my favorite beauty subscriptions, the makeup that I'm wearing in today's video. We will do my lips together at the end. And of course, come on over, follow me on TikTok for more beauty on a budget. So let's create, I'm sure, what's going to be a stunning eye look. So I went ahead and zoomed you in. First thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes with my MAC paint pot. In Painterly, I always use an eyeshadow primer. I feel like it makes my shadow stay on all day and brings out the true color. I don't even know where to begin, but I really want to use this really pretty teal shade here called Con L. So I'm going to start applying that into my crease. Wow, look at how pigmented this is. I am using the Mirror in my little Jaclyn blush and bronzer palette. Wow, that was one swipe into that palette, and look at that color payoff. That is incredible. You saw how much shadow I picked up, and look at all of the pigmentation. Wow. That went on so nicely. It is blending out beautifully. One swipe in again, and look at that. That's what I love about Adept's eyeshadow. They are so pigmented, so buttery soft. You should have felt those shimmers when I did the swatches. It was literally a silky, buttery formula, which I love. It feels kind of wet, so it goes on the eye looking a little bit wet and super shimmery. I just am stunned with how much pigmentation and color payoff with one tiny little swipe into this palette. Now I want to use this bright orange shade called Mon L. Wow, that is so pretty. And I'm going to use that in the outer corner to deepen it up a little bit and to blend into the teal shade. And look at how pretty that is. It layers really nicely. And you can see that it's not muddy at all, which is pretty incredible when you're layering two kind of darker contrasting shades together. That is so beautiful. I love this orange shade. How perfect is this bright orange for summer? And even though this is a really colorful palette, if you stick with this dark orange and the lighter orange in the palette, you can create a pretty neutral look. You could add a fun pop of shimmer of color, or you could pull this teal shade on your lower lash line if you wanted to pop in just a little bit of extra color. So even though it is a colorful palette, you can definitely get a neutral look. Those two shades, I love them. I'm just going to use that same brush that I applied the teal shade and just kind of blend it out a little bit. I'm going to not use a glitter primer because I know with Adept special shades and shimmery shades, you don't even need a glitter primer. Now, if you have oily eyelids or you find that your shimmer shades crease throughout the day, you may want to use a primer. It's completely up to you. I just have to decide what shimmer I want. I want to stick with this teal orange look. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this orange shade in the middle, which is Allura Zor L. Look at how beautiful that is. And I'm going to apply that on my lid. Oh, wow. That is so beautiful. Now, sometimes I use my finger to apply shimmer. Sometimes I use a brush. I feel like I get the best payoff using my finger. So I generally will apply at least the shimmer shade to my lid using my finger. Look at that. That is so beautiful. It also builds up really, really nicely. That is such a beautiful shimmer. I am loving this palette. This little shade up here in the corner called Jor-El, that is that light blue. I'm going to use that on the inner portion of my lid, and then I'm also going to use that as inner corner highlight. I am going to pick it up on a brush. So we'll be able to see how these shadows apply using a brush and the finger, and wow, look at that. That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. It is a icy, bluey, blue, white kind of duochrome. Oh my gosh, that is so stunning. And like I said, these shimmer shades, they're so buttery soft and wet, feeling that they even look really wet on the eye. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the bright orange color called Mon L, and I'm going to slide that under my lower lash line. And then I'm actually going to blend it out with the lighter shade in the palette that I was saying you could use to create a more neutral look. And then I'm going to blend it out with that lighter shade. Look at how pretty this is. Look at that blend between those two colors and all of the pigmentation. I am going to put on some liner and mascara, and I'll be back to show you the finished look, and then we'll do my lips and my final thoughts on the Adept Cosmetics House of Elle palette. So here is the finished look with mascara and liner, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Even though it is bright and colorful, it isn't in your face. It is a colorful eye look for sure, with a neutral spin with that orange. I really like it. I think it's light and bright and perfect for spring and summer. For my lip combination today, I want to really bring out the orange. So I'm going to use the Melt Lip Liner in Cinder. Now this is a pretty orangey lip liner. And again, that's going to just bring out the orange in the look. For a liquid lip, I'm using the Oden's Eye Lip Stain in the shade Sweet Peach. This is also a really pretty orange. And it smells delicious. And for gloss, I always like to put a gloss or lip oil over a liquid lip. This is the Fenty Beauty in Peach Pout. I will also link my lip combination in the description box for you. So that is the finished look, and I love it. I can't wait to share with you my final thoughts on the Adept Cosmetics House of Elle palette. All I have to say is, wow, I absolutely am in love with the Adept Cosmetics House of Elle palette. I love it. I will say I wish that there was a mirror, but the color story in this palette is really unique and really incredible. Like I mentioned, you can go with a more neutral look if you stick with the peachy orange matte here at the bottom, and this would also be a really fun, like I said, pop of color on the lower lash line. You can stick with a lot of the more neutral shades of the shimmers, and you can have a really pretty summer look. You can also go a little bit more grungy using this shifty red to olive green multi-chrome with the teal matte. There is so much that you can do with this palette, but I will say that I love how my look turned out. Like I mentioned, it's colorful, but it's a little bit more on the subtle side. It's not as in your face colorful. Pair this with a teal shirt or an orange shirt and you would have the perfect eye look, lip look. I even used an orangey cream blush today just to tie everything together. But I would give this palette a 10 out of 10. As always, the formula is amazing. The blendability, the pigmentation, how buttery and wet the shimmers are is true Adept Cosmetics quality. That is why it is one of my all-time favorite indie brands. When this is restocked, if it isn't already restocked, I highly recommend. I don't think that you would be sorry with the House of El palette. So that's everything that I have for you today. If you enjoyed my review, first impression, and tutorial of the Adept House of El palette, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and your bell is turned on because I upload lots and lots of new videos every single week. Check out that description box down below for the palette, as well as all of the other makeup that I'm wearing today, my favorite beauty subscription boxes, and come on over, follow me on TikTok for more beauty on a budget. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.